Okay everyone, this is day 2 of mullet fishing. Out and again, once again over George's River. Catching more mullets. This river is full of mullets and I've got to catch a lot, so I want to stock up on bait. But this is the beautiful scenery where you catch a lot of fish. There's thousands of fishes in there. I apologized if I didn't show you the rig properly. I'll show you the rig when I get home, how I actually do it. And then after that, you'll be good to go. Don't forget to buy a good rod, a good reel, and a good fishing line. You don't need expensive hooks. All you need is hooks from Kmart, as long as they're sharp. And if they're not sharp, you can go on eBay and buy the rock that sharpens the hook. And then after that, because your hook has got to be very sharp, once the fish hits it and the hook stabs into the fish's mouth, you'll catch it. But yeah, this is just another video of me going mullet fishing again. It's because my last video you heard that I injured my back, and thanks to God that I'm going back to work tomorrow to earn some money, to buy my fishing tackle, more stuff, and to provide for my family, to pay my bills, to pay for my rego of my cars. But and then I don't have to rely on my friends to pick me up. I can go jump straight in my car, straight to the beach, straight to wherever I want to go to, Swansea, take my boat out and do some real serious fishing that I will post it on YouTube next time when I fish. But at the moment right now, I'm just land-based fishing. Land-based fishing, you catch a lot more fishes land-based out in George's River than the boat, because I spoke to a lot of guys on the boat and they don't catch much as fish as I do. Sometimes I clean up 30, 40 mullets and even brims, even big flatheads, because George's River, it's a place where from Botany Bay all the big fish just swims in and they chase after the mullets, jewies. I caught over 1.5 meter jewie here, weighed 27 kilos. It took me around about half an hour to reel him in, but there's just actually this George's River offers a lot of fish. There's a lot of species of fishes in here. I heard around about a year ago a guy caught a big kingy, a big kingfish here. They caught a salmon here. I've caught a couple of tailors here. So this is the best place to go and catch your bait. So you can go home, put them in the freezer, put them in a sealable bag, suck all the air out of the bag and keep them fresh. And then the next day, the most I leave the fishes in the fridge is for no more than 3 days, because the ice makes the meat, it's not that strong with the meat on it. But I leave it in the freezer for around about 3 days is the max. And then I'll go home, I cut into strips, I salted it, I'll go to the shops and buy sea salt, and I sprinkle the salt all over it. I leave it in the sun for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and so the meat goes really tough. But don't forget, when the meat goes tough, you might feel it and it looks too tough. But as soon as you cast it out in the salt water, it becomes flexible and it becomes like a proper bait. It's because the salt hardens up the meat, and then the meat will would stay on the hook. But if you catch it fresh and you fill it and put it in the freezer, the next day when you cast it out, the strip of mullet that you use, it turns into mush, and it doesn't last that long. It lasts for maximum. I gave this a go for around about 6 or 7 times, and the meat just mushes off and doesn't stay on the hook, and it's no good. So when you catch a live bait, if you're gonna use the live bait and cut into strips, it's good. But I'll give you another good advice too. Go to Kmart and buy yourself a little kid's swimming pool, and go to Kmart and buy yourself a couple of air raid. drive down here, get a couple of litres of water, maybe 60 litres or 70 litres of water. It's a hassle. Like I know that's a big hassle of having to drive down and get the water. But you go back home, you put the water in the little in the swimming pool, you hook up your aerate, and the mullet stays alive for at least 1 week. So that's the way I like to fish, and I'll keep you posted if I do catch more fish. Another episode on day 2, caught all these mullets. It's around about at least 20, 15 in there. So day 2 was good. Every day is a good day to fish around here. Catch so much fish. There's thousands of fishes in here.
Maybe he got me. I'm a glory hunter. I can't see it.
Alright guys, just got home from fishing from George's River. As you can see, I caught around about 20 mullets today. This is the setup that I'm using. A floater with a swivel with a bead that runs down. What happens is that bead will stop it breaking from the tip of the floater, because that's what you don't want to break. You don't want to break the tip of the floater. And then after that, I'll feed the line through it all the way down to the other side, and then I'll put a bead on the line, as you can see, and then I'll put a 5-gram sinker on it, and then I'll put another bead, and then I'll put a swivel, and then I'll tie a line around about 40 centimeters or 30 centimeters. I'll put my long shank hook on it, and then my treble hook on it. So that's the way it should look like. It should look like this. If you can see it clearly, that's the way it looks like. I hope I explained it properly, because I want you to get out there and catch mullets. There's thousands and thousands of mullets in George's River. It's a good place that you can take your family, your kids, your wife, or who's ever in your family member to go and have a good day out there. You can bring a little barbecue out there and cook the fish as you catch it, because I don't see nothing wrong with eating fish out in George's River. I've been eating it for many years now. Me and my kids eat it. My wife has eaten it. But unfortunately, I'll give you an example. The reason why I don't eat the fish there no more, it's because one day I caught a mullet, and the mullet, it just didn't taste like a mullet, how the mullet should taste like. Maybe the mullet was sick, or maybe the mullet was there was something wrong with the mullet. But I'm pretty fussy eating my fish. Like if a tailor has to taste like a tailor, if a brim has to taste like a tailor. I caught a lot of fish out on the beach, and it didn't taste like a brim, it didn't taste like a tailor, and that puts me off it. So I'm a pretty fussy eater when it comes to fish. But there's nothing wrong with George's River. You can catch a lot of mullets out there, and you can eat it. But what you do is, I catch mullet these days. I don't catch big ones. I catch little ones. The big ones, I'll give it away to my neighbours. I'll give away to the Asian community that they love eating mullets. But I'll keep all the small ones, because what I do is when I go to the beach, I'll put gang hooks on the mullet, and then I'll cast it out, and the waves will make the mullet look like alive, because the wave is washing the mullet around. And then next thing you know, a jewfish will hit it, and then bang, I'm onto a jewfish. I've caught a couple of jewfish out in Cronulla Beach, as you can see on my YouTube videos. But that's the best bait to use is mullet, or either you cut into strips, and then you put salt on it. You leave it out there for around about 3 hours. Let the salt soak into the strip of mullet, and then you might pick up the mullet. You might think, wow, this is too stiff, but don't worry about that, guys, because when you cast your strip of mullet into the water, the mullet will soften up, but the meat still stays tough, so it won't fall off your hook, and you'll be in a chance for a jewfish, because I chase a lot of jewfish, and that's my main target is jewfish. But I'll get my license back this Saturday. Thank God, praise the Lord, that I'll be going fishing out of my boat to do some big game fishing to catch big fish. And if I take my boat out, I'll keep you posted what kind of fish that I catch on the boat. But land-based fishing is it's just as good, but you don't catch like humongous fish unless you use a drone. Sometimes I take my drone out to Cronulla Beach, and then I send the drone around about 1 kilometre out, and I drop my bait into the water. That's the only way you can catch a big fish over the beach, because you got to launch your bait maybe 1 kilometre out where the deep water is, and when you see the birds hovering over the ocean, and they dive in the water, that's when you know there's a lot of bait fish, and all the big fishes are coming to eat all the bait fish. But that's it, guys. That's how you catch mullet. Go out and have a good time. Catch a lot of mullets out there, and I'll keep you posted. God bless.